So this is Moments Unveiled, and I remain Jennifer Iferenza. On the show today, we have a very great female personality who is doing us proud in Nigeria and diaspora. She owns the JLB band, and this band is based in Switzerland. And for me, I say this is really great because she has been able to go to on tour in over 14 countries. Yes. And this lady in Nigeria, we know her as Omo Too Sexy. Yeah, she's the crooner of the song Was Sexy, with the more famous sexy. Omo, you are too basky for me. More sexy. Those sexy Omo Babe. Okay, I'm not very good with singing, so please pardon me. And right here, she's here to share with us the top 5 moments of her life so far. Now, don't go nowhere because right after the break, we'll be going straight to business. Welcome back. It's still the show Moments Unveiled. Like I said before the break, our guest is already in the house and she's all set, like all ready to share with us the top 5 moments of her life so far. I can't wait. Now, I was telling you before the break that she is a lady. I forgot to tell you, she's a lady with a very great voice. Like she has one of the voices that makes me tremble. Like is that a woman been singing? Like, are you sure you are from this heart? And she's nobody else but Justina Lee Brown, CEO JLB Records, CEO JLB Bands, boss lady herself. One woman making me so proud. Like wow, I'm a Nigerian. Like I'm a Nigerian.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming on the show.
For all those introduction. That's beautiful. Thank you.
It's not introduction. There's something called who you are and what you are.
Thank you.
But for you, it's who you are and what you have.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So, thank you for coming on the show again.
It's my pleasure.
And you know what we're up to?
Yes, of course.
So we'll be doing a countdown of your top 5 moments so far. We'll be starting from number 5, and then we'll be rolling it all the way to number 1. Okay. So let's start. Number 5. What stands at number 5 for the top 5 moments of your life so far?
Number 5, rather.
Yes.
It's a very embarrassing moment. The first time I went to an official date as a young, growing lady. It was here back in Lagos here, and I met. I was in a concert and performing, so I met my first official boyfriend. He was German, and so I was. We had a date. We booked up a date. I was too nervous because he was a foreigner. I'm an African, and I was like, how's that gonna be? So out of my nervousness, approaching to my date, on the day we have the date, I fell off my heels and I broke my heels.
Wow. Did you break your heels right in front of him?
He was approaching as a gentleman that he is. He stood up from the table and I was too nervous because I was like, oh, I don't know what it is like to be on a date. I've never been on a date before. I only had my teenage lovers, my teenage boyfriend, who would say, I love you, talk your own. I would say, I love you back.
You do this
I love you, thank you, big hug. But this one was going on a proper date and it was at Eco Hotel. And I was just 20, I was about 21 at that time. And yeah, it was crazy. Immediately he was approaching me, my heels broke. I think I slipped to something because I was too nervous. And he was like, oh my God. He wasn't embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. I just felt like the ground should open up and just swallow me up. And he had to pick up the heel. I was going to the table with one shoe in my hand.
Hot?
I didn't get hot, but the shoe was broken and I'm on a date. So that was very embarrassing.
Now we're going on straight to number 4. What stands at number 4 for you?
Number 4, you know, I got into this music industry pretty young, and I would say my number 4 was the very first time I had the chance to perform with a live band. And you know, back in my time when we started music, we didn't have CD, we only had cassette, and so getting music was we didn't have Facebook. There was no Facebook, there was no online, all this internet thing happening today. And you had to go to a cassette owner shop and beg him, you have to pay a lot of money, like 3,500, and then it was a lot of money to have a cassette with 12 tracks, you know. So I had the chance to be with a band on the stage, and they paid for me to have a cassette, and I rehearsed the song. And the day of the performance, I forgot all the lyrics.
That's right.
I was actually 16 then. I was 16 and I had to lie that I was 19 because I wanted them to accept me to sing in a club. 16 years old, you weren't allowed to go sing in
And you
a
actually
club.
entered the club to do that?
Yes, it was front of maybe about 60 to 80 people in front of me, and it was my first official singing in the club. I was about 15, 16. So I forgot, I freezed on stage. I froze actually. I was like, I forgot my lyrics.
Wow.
So I started freestyling to the rhythm of the song. So I made up anyway. But the band, they were so mad at me. Like, we paid for this cassette. Do you know how
you were
how
16?
much?
Oh,
do you know
you were supposed to be 19.
Yeah. I was supposed to be 19, yeah. Don't forget that.
You were supposed to be 19.
I was not yet 16 then. I was like 15 and a half. But almost 16. So and we paid. Do you know how much it cost us to pay for that cassette? And we gave it to you, and you couldn't pick up the lyrics. I'm like, I'm sorry. I rehearsed the songs, but I just forgot them. I'm sorry. I didn't. You know, Nigeria, when they're angry. Even if they talk sorry, go left, go right. Nobody wants to pardon you. But anyway, that was pretty embarrassing.
Now we're going on straight to number 3.
Too much
Yes,
information.
so
Too much information.
yes, so it's called moments unveil. We have to unveil your moments.
What is number 3? Number 3 would probably be when Nigerians got to know who I am, because I was in the industry for many years underground, you know, doing a lot of backups for our old artists then, and so I had the chance to go on stage one time with his name is Baba Frayo, you know him, Baba Frayo, our boss then all those days. Those were the time I came into the industry. And I think it's the same, similar story to forgetting the lyrics and paying off with dancing, you know, and forgetting, like, I think it was Baba Frayo or either another artist, I can't remember the name now, but I was supposed to go on stage with them. We recorded the song in the studio. We got to the stage to perform, and I actually like lost myself because I think I was too nervous that, hey, I'm gonna be on stage with this big star that we are seeing in our small black and white TV, and look at me, this small girl, hey, yeah, oh Baba. Getting there, I forgot all the things I'm supposed to do. Then I started shaking my bum on stage because I was a pretty good dancer then, so I had to make up with that again. So that's when they started calling me Koboko. I came up with a nickname, Koboko, from that incident. Now I remember who it was. Okay, Bakasi. My big burst then. So it was his event, and we had the show. It was then Okay Bakasi. You know, he was then. Nobody else was doing comedy then. So then I messed up. So I had to pay up with my shaky bum bum and dancing, showing me I'm an African woman and I can dig it on stage.
To go on stage?
Perform now. Perform music.
Your music or band?
They are the band music, but I forgot everything.
So again, you went to shake bum bum.
And
This time you shake bum bum.
So probably that's the second time something like that happened.
So did you get away with it this time?
I did actually.
The crowd did not even notice
The
anything.
crowd didn't notice. You know, African men like the woman when you can twist your waist. So I got away with it pretty much. And at the end of the show, money, you know, that time it was too famous, people spraying money. Money flew the ground. The money at the end, man, they cheat me being a small young girl.
Well, that was a very wonderful getaway, right? Now it's time for us to go on to number 2.
Okay.
Yes.
Number 2 is going to fall on affairs as well. Like being a young, growing lady. In my early stage, I had a boyfriend, and I was so in love with him. I was crazy about it.
I love stories.
I was so crazy that we were both crazy. Everybody knew us in the industry together. I don't want to mention name. Everybody saying that, a lot of people who knows me, they know who I'm talking about. But it was a relationship that we weren't having sex.
Celibate relationship. Who does that again?
So because
I think I think I do.
I hear you.
I think so.
I hear you think so. These days it's hard to find people who do that. So I was once in such kind of relationship, and he was very patient. So we were together for like 3 years, and he lost his patience. He was like, because you know me now on stage, I'm very wild on stage. I dance crazy. I do my music, my passion, and everything. So people have this mentality that, oh, she's a kind of a loose girl. She's kind of like that. A lot of people come close to you after the performance. So jealousy came in. Do you understand? Jealousy came in, but he forgot our beginning, like
history.
Who I am. I'm a home girl. I'm a home person. Like that's my career, and that's it. So he thought like, because I was saying I'm still a virgin, and he didn't believe anymore. Yes, he didn't believe anymore. And so yeah, it got to one day I had a bad moment at home, and it felt like cooling off. So I said, come on, let me go see my boyfriend. I'm very angry. Somebody offended me at home. And I was just arriving at his place, and I saw his brothers and his friends outside. They were like, oh, Justina, you're welcome. What are you doing here? I'm like, oh, I came to see you, my sugar. He's not at home. I'm like, he's not at home. Why? I was so disappointed. I said, okay, let me go in and rest. They said, no, the house, we're doing something. I'm like, what is going on here?
There has to be something going on there.
So I kind of, because I was young then, now my brain no quick go far. So
Sorry, are you telling me you didn't calculate?
I didn't calculate. Honestly, I was too innocent then. Honestly, I didn't calculate.
You have not said anything, but I'm getting somewhere in my mind.
Now, of course, now. Everybody. We're smarter than that now. But anyway, I went in, wanted to go to his room, and the room was locked. I'm like, and I heard some strange noise. I'm like, hello, who is there? And I heard his voice. He said, who is it? Why are you guys disturbing me now? Give me time now. Give me a chance. I'm like, what? They told me you're not in. I peeped through the door, and what my eyes saw, I just sat down on the floor there, and I broke down. I started crying. So it was a very bad day. I was upset from home, and I came to somebody that I was loving then, and he just broke my heart.
You just wish you stayed at home.
Exactly. So I was so sad. But there's one thing he did that I respect him for till today. He came out from the room. He didn't know it was me. He only heard somebody crying, but he didn't know it was me. And after he finished having his fun, came out from the room, and he freezed when he saw me. He was like, and the lady, I was looking at the lady, and the lady was older than me. I'm like, and he just left the lady immediately and came to me and gave me a big hug and just carried me into the room. I'm like, I'm so sorry. And he wanted to play the victim game. But the blackmail thing, emotional blackmail. But you see, I'm a man. We've been together now for 3 years. I'm like, can't you just wait? So that hurt me so much.
Did you guys continue?
No, that was the end.
I respect the guy. I love guys who just look at you.
Yeah, that's one thing I hold for.
I just look at you and like, you're part of the match. At least you think it's not as if we did anything. It's not as if we are.
So since then, it was over. But it was hurtful, because to somebody there.
So you didn't forgive him?
I forgave him, but I couldn't trust. The trust was there.
Now, this has been Justina LeBrand breaking down to us a moment so far. Right now, we have gone all the way from number 5, and now we're at number 2. And I'm sure you want to find out a number 1 moment. We'll be going straight to that after the break. Yeah, it's time for us to go all the way to number 1. Justina, tell me you're ready for us.
I am.
Because we want to get it hot and fresh. So tell us what stands at number 1 of the moment so far.
It has to be my childhood, growing up. Like, I grew up pretty tough. I had a pretty tough childhood growing up, but there was this, it happened about a couple of times in my life, and that's so embarrassing to me. Many times we didn't have food to eat growing up. We had to starve for like a day or two. So at this time that we had a neighbor, they had this car then that used to rain Volvo, and it was the biggest car then. So they were pretty rich for us. That's, if you quote rich, they they were rich and they were our neighbors. And the lady cooked very nice, delicious soup. It was so nice and we could perceive it and we were starving. But we could only perceive it the next day because of her carelessness. The soup spoiled. She invested a lot of money. I can see the soup, there's meat, there's fish, there's no Igbo woman when they want to cook. Ooh,
what do you call
those
rishi,
kind of rishi things, those kind of
Wow.
delicacy. And that soup, oh man, we could perceive it from our place and we didn't have nothing. Even Gary to drink
Mende.
was a problem. I guess we had Gary that day to drink. So, and this thing was smelling to our stomach. We're like, we could perceive it. We're like, oh man, just have to imagine that we had one eating it. But the next day, my mother saw this woman carrying this pot of soup that is worth more than how much, trying to throw it in the gutter. And it was totally spoiled. And my mom saw that, and my mom didn't let her throw it away. My mom said, give it to us. Whereas my kids are starving, we'll eat it.
The spoiled pot of soup. Did you actually eat it?
Yes, we did. We didn't have choice. And my mom brought it to us. And she put oil, as a very caring mother that she is. She had to get palm oil. And that's how I learned how, if some food get bad, you can revive the food back with palm oil. I didn't know how powerful palm oil was. So she had to revive it. We had to go borrow or she had to struggle to get Gary so we can eat that soup. That was that didn't live my life until today. That's why I vowed that my mother will never suffer till she leave her last days on this earth. So she had to do that. And she warmed that soup. I saw her warming that soup over and over and over and over and over and over and over, just for the taste, to taste nice for us. So when I was looking at my mom warming the soup, I was looking at the soup like, no, I'm not gonna eat this soup. But there was no food in my stomach. I had no choice. So I ate the soup.
She's really a good woman, a good
my
mother.
mom, she's a superwoman. She's done.
It
She's
takes
gone through
a lot of losing your pride, putting your pride
Yes.
aside to go meet
Yes.
your neighbor and tell
Yes.
your neighbor, give me the food.
Yeah.
Then
And
take
it's
it
not even
again.
a fresh food, it's a spoiled food.
Even though it's a fresh food, going to your neighbor and asking her, give me the pot of food. Don't try something they want to throw away.
Yeah.
Give it to me, don't worry. Then it's even spoiled. Then you go all the way 1 minute just to make sure your children are okay. Like
That's something that never left my life until today. Thinking about it now is like, it's very emotional. And that happened not just once. Enough.
that's so touching. That's so touching. But I'm so happy for God's grace in your life and the life of your family. Like it's old news right now. Old news that will never come back. Never.
By the
come
grace
back.
of God.
Amen. Now that has been it with Justina LeBlanc sharing with us a top 5 moments so far. And right now we're going straight on to the segment we call the tricky question, where we ask her that tricky question.
Gang, 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 gang.
Don't worry, yours is not going to be so tricky. I'll go soft on you, like very soft. So soft pedal. And looking at your experience so far and looking at how far you have come in the music industry and your prowess and your strength in it, I want to ask you one question. What do you think of our Nigerian female artists? The likes of Tiwa Savage, the likes of Miola, the likes of Yemi Alade, and co.
I'm proud of my girls today. They're doing pretty well. Many of them, I don't really know them personally, but the ones that I know personally, I'm so proud of them. Like Yemi Alade. Many of them, Raja came up, doing strong now. Omaomi was during my time too. When I had my first hit, that was when Omaomi was coming up too. And they're doing pretty good. And yeah, who else? Simi.
Oh!
She's amazing. I actually bought her CD for almost all my band members in Switzerland. And they were like, who is she? I was like, she's a young girl from Nigeria and she's doing pretty good. She's so talented, she's raw. And I bought it for all of them. And they loved it. And they loved it. And they were so happy. I was so happy because I don't know her so well. I've never met her, but I know a little bit of how her story, because I knew the person who was trying to put her together, Oscar, with the writing and production thing. I have a little bit of idea, and so I was so proud to see that coming out. So our female, our men, they better watch their back. because the Wakanda women are coming.
We are coming. We're taking over. We're not just come, we're taking over.
That's me being silly.
That's me being a feminist, right? Whatever.
But the girls are they're making us proud. Very proud. Very proud. Look back now. Before Omo Too Sexy was successful, which female song was out there? After Omo Too Sexy came in the music, Omaomi, which other female song was there?
Much.
But now, every corner you see a girl representing the female squad, you know, doing us proud. So they're doing good.
Thank you. For the men out there, we're taking over very soon. Don't worry.
Like you,
it's
look at you now, doing your job, being sexy doing it, and beautiful doing it.
Thank you. And that has been it with Justina Lip Brown in the house. And she shared with us a top 5 moments of her life so far, and also she answered our tricky question. And I love the fact that she sees fellow Nigerian artists and female artists as doing very good, because it takes a strong woman to admit that a fellow woman is doing good, really. Now it's time for us women to begin to empower ourselves, to begin to look out for ourselves and say, yes, when we are doing good, we are doing good. There's no beefing, no need for beefing, no need for any, what we call bad belay. There's no need for bad belay at all. Now, don't forget to follow us on our social media handles, because we are about to go at doctv.ng. Also follow me on Instagram at Jennifer Iferenta. Till I see you next time, remain